She was 17, a good student, a kind daughter, a girl with dreams. But in just 44 days, they broke her. What happened to Junko Furuta is one of the most horrifying crimes in history. Warning: this story contains disturbing real events. Images of a Japanese neighborhood, school books, teen girl walking home. Junko Furuta lived in Saitama, Japan. She was smart, polite, and well-liked. On the 25th of November 1988, she was walking home from school and never made it. She was abducted by 4 boys minors members of a gang. They took her to a house in Tokyo. That house would become her tomb. What happened next defies imagination. They beat her daily, burned her body with cigarettes and lighters, forced her to eat insects, violated her, starved her, humiliated her. Day 16, her body could no longer hold food. Day 30, her bones were broken. She begged them to kill her. Neighbor hears noises, looks away. Parents believe she ran away. Neighbors heard screams, but no one called the police. Her own parents were told she had run away. The boys told their parents she was just a guest. Everyone turned a blind eye. Visuals of a rainy night. A cold, concrete drum. On day 44, her body finally gave up. They stuffed her into a 55-gallon drum, filled it with concrete, and dumped it in an empty lot. She weighed just 25 kilograms when she died. Courtroom sketch. Sad parents. The killers were caught by accident during another case. They were all under 20. Because of Japanese law, they got short sentences. Some are free today. None of them served more than 20 years. One was released in just 8. Junko's story shocked the world. Her suffering exposed a system that protected the guilty. But today, people still speak her.
In the quiet fields of 1920s rural Germany, 6 members of the same family were brutally murdered with a pickaxe. But that's not the disturbing part. The truly terrifying detail: the killer may have been living inside their home for weeks, watching them, listening, waiting. Andreas and Cecilia Gruber lived on a remote farmstead called Hinterkaifeck with their adult daughter Victoria, her 2 children, and their maid. Days before their deaths, the family noticed strange things: footprints in the snow leading to the house, but not away from it. Keys went missing, footsteps were heard in the attic, and their previous maid had quit, claiming the house felt evil. Still, the family stayed. On the 31st of March 1922, someone lowered each family member into the barn and slaughtered them with a mattock, one by one. Even the 2-year-old daughter was murdered, her tiny body found in her crib. The new maid, hired just the day before, was killed as well. But here's where it gets truly horrifying. When neighbors found the bodies 4 days later, the cows had been fed, bread had been baked, the chimney was warm, someone had been living in the house, sleeping beside the car. Despite a massive investigation, no one was ever arrested. One theory pointed to Victoria's lover, who may have been the father of her younger child. Others believed a vagrant had taken up residence in the attic. But the attic revealed something even more disturbing: a hidden hole in the wall used to spy on the family below. Whoever lived there watched them eat, sleep, and die. The Hinterkaifeck murders remain one of Germany's most chilling cold cases. The house was eventually demolished, but no one ever figured out who the killer was or why they stayed to finish the family's bread. To this day, some locals believe the killer didn't come from the woods, but had been inside the walls all along. If this story chilled you, subscribe at Jasper King for more true horror you've probably never heard of. And remember, check your attic. Not all friendships are real, and some come with a price so dark you wish you'd stayed alone. This is the story of Maya, and the night she learned that some friends aren't friends at all. They are predators. Maya was used to being invisible, quiet, artistic, and always alone. So When the popular girls at school suddenly invited her to hang out, she felt seen. Brielle, Cassie, and Jenade called themselves the Coven. They were beautiful, magnetic, and always together. "You've got the vibe," Brielle told her. "You're one of us now." Maya believed them. She shouldn't have. One night, they asked Maya to come to the woods. "It's a trust ceremony," Cassie said. "A girl's thing." At midnight, they stood in a circle, holding black candles. A small wooden box sat in a pit, covered in strange carvings. "Just a drop of blood," Jenna whispered. Maya hesitated, but gave in. She pricked her finger. Blood fell onto the box. The earth trembled, the box rattled, something stirred beneath them, and in that moment, Maya felt something leave her, something she might never get back. From that night on, things changed. Maya's reflection blinked out of sync. Her shadow twitched when she didn't move. At night, she heard her name whispered in voices that weren't human. When she asked the girls about it, they laughed. "It worked," Brielle smirked. "The box chose you." "Chose me for what?" "To feed it," Jenna said. "We needed someone. You were convenient." Maya tried everything to escape, burned her clothes, moved towns, even told her parents. But they stared at her like she was a stranger. At school, her name vanished from attendance. Her locker was empty. She was being erased, and the whispers got louder. "Come back to the box. You belong with us." She wasn't dying, not yet, but she was fading, turning into something else. A shadow, a whisper, a warning. The last thing Maya saw before she disappeared completely was Brielle, Cassie, and Jenna standing over the box again, smiling, whispering, welcoming a new girl into their circle. "Just a drop of blood," they said. And somewhere in the darkness, Maya screamed, "Moral of this story: be careful who you trust. Some friends don't want your loyalty, they want your soul. Don't follow them into the woods." If you like this horror story, subscribe for more twisted tales on at Jasper King. And remember, never trust a friend who smiles too wide in the dark.